This guide is to find your life and narrow your focus. True living, cultivate your purpose. Available on Amazon now today. Pick up your copy. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all feeling out there? Hope life is treating you very well. Right now in the beautiful state of Florida, North Florida, to be precise, it's raining. We got a rainy, wet day. It's been raining all throughout the night, all into this morning. And it seems like it may be letting up a little bit, but it still looks like we're gonna pretty much get one of them days where it's mainly raining. But how y'all feeling? Hope your life is going well. If you're listening in, if you don't mind, put in the chat. Let me know that you can hear me and see me clearly. And if not, we'll make the adjustment before we kind of enter into this world. Hope y'all doing good. Hope everything's going well in your life. What's going on, D Jackson? Good to see you. Put some T's in the chat too. When y'all come in, put some T's in the chat. Let me know you can hear me and you can see me, and let me know if you're thankful. We put T's in the chat when we come in because that means I'm thankful for life. I'm thankful for air that we breathe. I'm thankful to be able to hear, to see, and I'm just thankful for life overall. If y'all thankful, go ahead and put some T's in the chat. Okay, EB Weston, what's going on all the way from Cleveland, Ohio? Well, it's a little cool here, but I don't know how cool it is there. I'm quite sure it's a little bit more cooler. Happy Mac, what's going on? Good to see you, Happy Mac. Grand rising to you. Grand rising to you too as well, Kathy B. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Kathy B definitely is thankful for the day, thankful for life, and thankful for everything. Y'all thankful, go ahead and put some T's in the chat. What's up, Kenny? What's going on, Kenny Roberts? I can hear, see you clearly. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, this is the real Panama. You know, I thought you meant Panama City in Florida, but he's from the real Panama. Many blessings to you. Salute to you too as well. What's going on? I see Happy Mac. I know you're thankful. We ought to be thankful, fam. We got to be thankful for life, because it didn't have to happen, but it did. Life didn't have to exist, but it does. And we ought to be thankful. So we're going to jump right on in here if y'all don't mind. I want to tell you about two individuals. There was two young boys that grew up. They grew up from a single family household, right? And their mother showed them none but love, raised them right, did everything. And they grew up as young men. And right about around the age of 11 and 12, some of the most vulnerable times in a young man's life, their mother passed. And they were no longer with their mother or with their family, right? They got separated. They went through a challenging moment. They went through from house to house. In the beginning, they tried to keep them together, but then eventually they got separated. Now, one brother was named E. The other brother was named V. EV, they was always together. Every time you saw them, what's up, EV? What's going on? They names just went parallel until eventually they got separated. So E grew up around a unique lifestyle. He really wasn't show a lot of compassion, but he was given this great work ethic, right? To just go get it. And now V, on the other hand, V they still lived in the same area. They didn't even realize they were that close together, but they lived in the same area. But V grew up on the edge of town, right? And he grew up in a household where they nurtured, they showed love. They didn't really have that much, but it seemed like money really just didn't matter, right? So they grew up, they became men. They took care of their households, did everything they did. Now, E, on the other hand, E just grind and got it. He pulled it from the mud. He was determined to be successful. He remembered how the struggles that his mother faced, being a single mother. He remembered all of the challenging things that happened. And he was determined not to have his family suffer like his. So he bought a lot of expensive things. He bought cars, he bought houses, vacation houses. He bought bikes, jewelry, artwork over all throughout all of his homes. He invested in a lot of different business adventures, and financially, he was very, very successful, very successful. But he did not stop working. Every time you saw him, he was just constantly going, going, going. He was what a lot of people looked up to him in the community, to the part where they kind of idolized him because he had so much materialistic things. Any type of big events, he was always invited. Anything, they just was at awe, and they were just fascinated by him. He really wasn't nothing special as far as physical or anything like that, but it was just what he had. And people just gravitated toward him time and time again. Seems like nothing he could do could be at a loss. And then time went on, and V, on the other hand, he continued to grow and stayed with the family. He helped out on the family farm, and eventually V got his own farm. He worked hard, and he bought some land. He got the land, and he started farming. Then he started raising the family. They spent a lot of time together. His farm became successful as well. He started to feed the community. He started to do a lot of different things to take care of the community. And he also reached out to the schools, the local schools in the area. He got the kids to start growing vegetables and fruits and all kinds of stuff. He started school after school where he was showing vegetable gardens. He also reached out to a lot of churches around the area. He got a lot of the peoples and the families kind of growing. That was kind of like his mission. He was like Farmer V. You know what I'm saying? He was real cool, right? Then E, on the other hand, he did give money. He gave money. He donated. He did his things because the core of them, they ran together, but it was different. They ran together, but they weren't the same. A lot of times you'll see E with V, but they're not the same. E real name was expensive, and V real name was value. Now, one day they met and they came together. They had a conversation. I want to read to you what E said to V. E looked at all the life, the success that he had, and he showed it to his brother. And then he couldn't comprehend why didn't his brother V have the things that he had. And he really couldn't wrap his brain around that. So he asks V, he says, how can you be so happy living with so little? Don't you ever wish for luxury and wealth that others have? That's what E asked V. V said, really, he didn't say nothing. He just stopped. He looked across his fields. He surveyed the farm, the area, the plants that was growing and everything. He said, I do not need much to feel rich. My work gives me purpose. He said, the sun that rises over my crops, the joy in my children's laughter, the warmth in my wife's being beside me as she lay day after day. These are treasures I value most. He thought for a minute, and then he said, but don't you wish you could sell your farm, buy a mansion, and live the life of comfort I have? He said, you could just do so much more. But V smiled. He said, you know what, E? What you call more is not always better. I'm rich with the simple joys of life, the love I receive from my family, the pride I take in my work, the quiet evenings when I can rest under the stars. Those are worth more to me than any gold or any mansion. I'm saying all of this to say, and I told you that story, is because when I look at America and America dream, I think a lot of times we've gotten so drunk off of things that E has and what E became versus showing that there's value in what V and his life and what he's done. I want to share something with you. Expensive, something expensive. And sometimes we get things confused with it's expensive, then we don't think about value. So expensive refers to monetary cost, an object or experience. Something expensive is typically priced high due to rarity, luxury, and craftsmanship, like a rare painting, luxury car, or a private jet. But on the other hand, value is more subjective and can encompass emotional, sentimental, some type of worth that you can't even put your hands on. It's something from within. Things like your health, your relationships, your personal fulfillment. It's great owning stuff and having things, but I think we have to separate value from something that's being expensive, because someone can drive up in a nice car and no one really is in there. Someone could have a nice home and there's not a family inside the home. There's some things that money can't buy. And a lot of times we almost idolize the emptiness over the value. And it doesn't mean that the two can't come together, because the two brothers eventually came together and they was raised from the same cloth. But one of the things, one is not necessarily better than the other, but it's amazing when the two can come together. It's amazing when expensive things can be held and shared with people who has integrity and has value within themselves. And so one of the things I want us to do as we navigate throughout this life and as we pursue the American dream, as we grow throughout our lives, is don't lose sight of value. It's fine to go after those things and to want those things and to crave and work for those things, but make sure you have those things that's not tangible, things that not corruptible, things that are can't be seen by others, but they're here and you can see them clearly within your heart and within your mind and within your soul. So just think about those things, because sometimes we work a lot of things, we work a lot of hours for things, but remember what's valuable in your life. Another thing, you can't exchange money for time, even though we try to do it, because you're always being undervalued. Anytime you trade your money for your time, you're going to always be undervalued. And we have to not lose sight of that. They're paying you well below your value, no matter if you sell something or whatever, longest is when we talk about time. So just keep those things in mind. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all talk to me what y'all think about our things that we pursue and how we try to just spend so much time trying to pursue these things. What's up, Kenny Roberts? Thanks, my brother. Coming across your channel was a blessing. Hey, I appreciate you. You're a blessing too. Much love to you. Remember, words of your kindness and your positivity, it definitely gives me fuel. It definitely encourages me to continue to do something that's try to be positive and uplifting in so many ways, because a lot of times you don't get motivation to the motivators. You know what I'm saying? So really appreciate that. What's up, Tom? What's going on? I see my brother got them T's in the chat. Be safe out there. Be safe out there, man. Keeping other people safe too as well. Homesteader, Rachel, what's going on? Bless up, bless up, bless up, Queen. Hey, there she is. There she is. Thank you. Bless up, bless up. Thank you. Please hit the like button if you don't mind. If you don't mind. I really appreciate that. I see you thankful, baby. I see you thankful. That's my queen right there. Gigi. Value. We just talked about value. It's so many times that we kind of lose sight of value in today's time. When we talk about, I'm gonna give you a comparison. Let's talk about a comparison between the two, because sometimes people get it muddied up. So expensive things are like real estate, high-end properties. You know what I'm talking about? Them penthouses, the mansions, them big luxury homes. Luxury cars, them exotic brand cars, Ferrari, Bugattis, Rolls Royce, Bentleys, all that stuff. Luxury cars, these are expensive things. Art, rare art paintings, sculptures, antiques, just those beautiful things that's handcrafted, that's made. Then you have jewelry, diamonds, gold, precious stones, all the hope diamond and all that kind of good stuff. And another thing, private jets and yachts, custom made high-end private aircrafts, building a plane custom made just for you. The interior is just to your build, the seats and everything wraps your body, all of that certain types of leather came imported from different places, these yachts that are like houses on wheels. These are all expensive things. So let us not get caught up so much in the expensive things and think because you don't have those expensive things, don't think that you don't have value, because we are going to now take a look at some examples of value. Value is good health, good mental health, good physical health. You can't buy that. You just can't buy it. Time. I always talk about time. The older I get, the more I respect, and I respect time. Time with loved ones, quality moments, people you love, people that you care about. Spending time caring for those that you're responsible for, or people caring for you. Just, just fellowshipping. That's a word we don't hear a lot outside of maybe religion or something like that. Is fellowship. Have fellowship with those that's close to you that you truly love. Take the time, even though you just think about them. Pick up the phone, text them, or give them a call, leave a message, or write them a letter. Ha ha. You know, Taking your time out of your day, out of going after all of these expensive things. You know what I'm saying? Stop for a moment. Stop for a moment, take a breath, and then think about being intentional about what you're doing, and think about, I'm fixing to add value. I'm fixing to really respect some of my time and get some of my time back doing some things I want to do. Another thing is knowledge and wisdom. You can't put your hands on that. Education, life experiences, and wisdom gained over time. These are valuable things. Don't negate them. We navigating in this life, we cannot negate knowledge and wisdom. And if you want wisdom, you have to ask the Creator for wisdom. Knowledge can be obtained, but wisdom comes from God above. So ask for it to help you navigate through these things. Not just ask for all of these expensive things, there's real estate, the cars, the art, the jewelry, the private jets, but ask for health, ask for more time, ask for a little bit more knowledge. Another thing, relationships, whether it's in a deep committed husband, wife, or companion relationship, or friends and family, close ones, dear ones, people you had experiences with, people you've gone through. And I get it, a lot of times we may work jobs and different things like that, but some of those people have spent more time with you at a job than you spent with the people that you love and you genuinely care about and that you want to be around. Don't be afraid to take some days. Don't be afraid to be sick of work. You know what I'm saying? And spend some quality time and cultivate your relationships and build those relationships, because they are so valuable that you can't touch the chemistry between the two. You can't physically touch it. You might see some residue with the love in the eyes and the compassion and taking the time to wait on the next person. A lot of times we go, you take them to a beautiful restaurant. Fellas, we take our wives, our girls to a beautiful restaurant, but take the time to look at her in her eyes when you stop the car. Take the time to just stare and not have a word to say. Take the time to turn off the car and just sit for a while and have a conversation. Take the time to go around the car and say, hold up before you get out. To walk around the car and open the car door for her. Yeah, I know you can push the button in your luxury car. I know you can hit that button, and yeah, you open, but take the time to manually do that, because it takes more time to get out and walk around that car, because it's showing that because I'm giving you my time, you are valuable to me. Take the time to go see auntie, great auntie, cousin that you thought about, or you may have dreamed about. Take the time. Yeah, I know it's a day here. It's going to take a little bit of time here. Get in the car, plan a trip. It costs a little money, but your money, you sacrifice your time for. And go over there and just sit. Sit on the porch. That's what we call it in the South. Or sit on the couch. Or sit at the table. And just ask them, how you feeling? And close your mouth and just open up your ears. Take that time. And another example of value that I want to really, really touch on is happiness and fulfillment. See, happiness and fulfillment, they intertwine. You have joy. I get that. Joy should be a consistent piece in your life, even in the midst of turmoil and sickness and death and all of this. Joy should be embedded into your life. And if it's not, asked for it. But happiness, try to live a life on the frequency of happiness. You know, a lot of times we get in our car, we won't let the car warm up and we just slam it and drive and we go off and then we aggressive going to work and in the traffic. We trying to make sure they don't get over before we can come through and all of that. And it's a bunch of frustration and we suppress the happiness in our life. We get so elevated and we get so stressed that stress pushes down on happiness in life. And we cannot allow something like stress to overcome our happiness, because happiness gives us fulfillment. When you give somebody something they didn't expect and you watch the tears come in their eyes as they look at you, and you don't know, even though you didn't give them $1,000,000, you gave them something, and you see the tears well up in their eyes because you touched their soul and you touched their spirit. There's a feeling that you get when you done that. You know what I'm saying? There's an inner being person that's shaking and waking up in the midst of all this chaos, in the midst of all this craziness. You know what I'm saying? It's something that just wakes that inner person up, and it gives you a sense of what they call fulfillment. It means you was not filled. You was lacking something. But it's amazing the moment you let go of something that you have and you give it to someone else that appreciates it, it fills your cup. It gives you that fulfillment, and it gives you a frequency of happiness, a vibration of glow. You ain't even smiling. They see it in your cheeks. They see it in your eyes. They see it in your eyebrows. You ain't even showing your teeth, but they can tell you happy and you got this inner happiness about you. Those are things you can't put money to. Are they expensive? If you had to put money to it, man, yeah, these what we call priceless. But it's valuable. These are the things in our life we got to hold on to. We gotta wrap our bodies around them, wrap our souls around value. We've been moving in so many ways that we have discarded value. We have tucked away value. We have even suppressed value, not only in our lives, but in lives of others. We try to devalue value. Now imagine the reverse of this. You see a good relationship, you look for something negative. You see somebody happy, and then you like what they happy about. You see somebody that's have some knowledge and some wisdom. Yeah, I bet. You see somebody taking the time to spend with their companion or spend with their family and their kids, and look at that little shack they living in, and you busy over there playing out there in the yard. You need to be getting that bag. We see somebody that's disciplined, works on their health, they work out, they read, they go to lectures, they go to seminars to uplift them. They listen in their earbuds with positivity vibrations just streaming through time and time and time and time again. And those positive vibrations are making them, just shaping and molding them into a perspective where they just growing from the inside out. So don't suppress value. Let's make value positive and popular again. Let's support value again. We've done a great job with expensive things. There's nothing wrong with expensive things. Don't get it twisted. Nothing was wrong with E. Nothing was wrong with V. But what happens when the two intertwine and work with each other? We've done a great job with expensive things, but let's take the time to now lift up and support more valuable things. Let's bring value to society, whether we on an internet society, whether we on a physical society, whether we at our jobs, whether we at our churches, whether we in the yard, whether we in our neighborhoods, whether we at the store. Let's bring value back. Let's push it in the forefront. In the beginning, people ain't going to understand it. They're not going to know it. But it's something about a virus. A virus only needs one body, one soul. And when a virus enters into that one body, that one soul, it consumes it. And once it consumes that one body, that one soul, you know what a virus does? It goes and looks for something else to get into. And it finds more and more. And then another thing that a virus does, it multiplies. It makes babies, and it makes more and more and more. You can do the same thing with value. One person at a time, one soul, one person at a time. And you can inject that V, instead of a virus, make it value within our lives. I'm going to go to the chat. I'm finna let y'all have it. I'm not going to stay here long. I know sometimes I'll be ranting, and I can rant. Don't get it twisted. I can rant, but I won't do that. I won't do that today. Karen, what's up, B Rich? Appreciate that, man. Much love for the support. Thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Appreciate you supporting Eco Nation as well. Much love, much respect. Lisa, what's going on, Lisa DM? Hey, how you doing? Bless up, Lisa. Who else we got in here? Paul, what's going on? There is something truly fulfilling to use your God-given talents to help and serve others. Paul said it all. Paul said it all. Hey, that's a word right there, my brother. That's a word. Seed, soil, and sunshine. You need to let me know how you're doing. You know, a couple of lives ago, you weren't doing that well. I pray and I hope that you're doing well. I still, you know, I think about you. I'm just hoping that you're still doing well. And if you're doing well, say so. Go ahead and put some T's in the chat, or if you're still going through it, let us know. You know, keep you lifted up in prayers. You know what I'm saying? Paul said, "Thank you, Gigi." Okay, I really value and appreciate you. Hey, appreciate you too. Appreciate you. Many blessings to you too as well. But fam, I'm gonna go ahead and exit real quick. But I just want to let you know that you are valuable, and don't let the world, society, don't let all these fake type of dreams and you look at all these different timelines, you look at all this stuff all over everywhere, and it's everywhere. It's what they call viral, you know. But tap into your value system. Take a little time with those that you love. Take a little time to love yourself. Take a little time to enjoy life, you know. And don't get mad and don't get envious of people that takes the time to enjoy their life. A lot of times we don't know what people are going through. We don't know what type of challenges people face. You know what I'm saying? And we have to be cautious about what we're doing, because the words that we speak, it can speak life or death. So make sure that you try to speak life over death. Okay. So y'all stay well, stay blessed, and don't forget, whatever you do, don't forget to keep on growing. Grow. Y'all take care, stay well, and have a blessed week, y'all. Stay safe out there. Peace.